This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so just a overview, guys. Yesterday, what we have discussed. So we have discussed the difference between the custom field and standard field, and we have discussed the difference between the custom object and standard object. So what are the differences we have seen, guys? So if it is a custom field, okay, is this your arg? It's okay. Just let me show you. I think it is not your arg. It's okay. Okay. So if it is a custom field, so it is appended with __ c. Okay, and if it is a standard field, it is not appended with __ c. So that's how we can easily differentiate what is the custom field and what is the standard field. Okay, and custom fields can be deleted. Any custom field we can delete it, and we can permanently also delete it. Okay, and standard fields we cannot delete it. Okay, but one question is there: can we modify the label name of the standard fields? Any of the standard fields? Label name, remember. Label name means the field which you are seeing on the record page called label name, right? So can we change the label name of any one of the standard fields? So yes, we can change the label name of the standard field, that is called a name field. So how to change? So for this field we can change the label name. Yesterday I showed you. So you can edit it and change the label name. Okay, anything you can give it. Okay, next. These are all about the difference between the standard fields and custom fields, and who will create standard fields. Salesforce by default creates a standard fields, and custom fields who will create? Users. Remember, users in a company means, see here, so many you are working in a company and you are working for that client Vivekananda Institute. Okay, so in this situation, who are the users with respect to Salesforce? One is you, employees who are working to that project. Okay, those are also called users. Okay, next, business users. Once you hand over this application to that Vivekananda Institute, and so from their institute, business users can use this application. So these are also called business users. Okay, also called users. Okay, so business users are nothing but here receptionists. Okay, so generally we can segregate like this: two users, so employees and business users. Whoever it may be, they should have a license. Remember, okay, like Amazon Prime, like Netflix, you should have a separate user account. Like, okay, good. Next, what is the difference between custom object and standard objects? So custom objects are appended with __ c. Okay, that's why. And for the standard objects, there is no __ c. And for custom object navigation is setup, search for objects and objects, and you can see all custom objects. All custom objects. Suppose which business user or which employee created. So suppose 100 custom objects are created by different employees. Okay, different users. All those objects are available only here only. Okay, here only. Any user created will be available this one here only. Custom objects. Okay. And custom objects are appended with __ c, and this can be deleted. You can delete the custom object. Okay, and for custom object we need to create a tab. Remember, okay, for custom object we need to create tab, but for standard objects are not appended with __ c. Okay, and the navigation is build, customize. So all these are called standard objects only, and we don't use all these objects in our projects real time. Okay, and standard objects are, if you want, you can see any one of the standard object API name is not appended with __ c. Remember that point. Okay, Next, who created the standard object? Salesforce by default creates a standard object, and for each standard object there is a tab. By default Salesforce already created, so standard tabs we can call it as. Okay, these are the tabs already created, so by Salesforce for all the standard objects. And one point you need to remember is, for one object, so Salesforce can allow to create only one tab, whether it is a custom object, whether it is a standard object, but Salesforce will allow only one tab, and more than that you cannot create it. And if I delete an object, tab will be deleted. Okay, so I think that's all we have discussed yesterday, right? And we can delete custom objects and we cannot delete standard objects. And for custom objects, everything we can see in a single screen, but for standard objects, different sections are displayed in, so with different links here. These are all different sections, and if you click on each section, it will be displayed in a separate page. So this is what we have discussed yesterday, guys. So a recap is completed. Okay, now come to the today topic. So today topic is page layout changes. Next, field dependency. That's it. Okay, so these two topics we will cover today. So page layout changes. So general layout, what is the meaning of layout? If you compare with real estate, so or if you want to construct a building, they can call it as a, is there a layout? Okay, so yeah, layout means what? Some place, some area, okay, where you can so design your building structure, you can design your architecture, everything. So that is called layout, right? Okay, so same way here also in Salesforce for records. Okay, for records are nothing but what? Pages, we can call it as a record. For that also we can change the layout. So let me go to here. And 1 second, guys. I think this is not our org. Let me logging into our org.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so I just logged into our org, guys. Okay, cool. So page layout changes, right? So let me go to our student object tab. Okay, open any one of the record. All records layout is same only. Okay, so every record, if you go to every record, the layout will be like this. That means what? Here owner is there, and here, so left side field values and order also same order only it will be there. So this field is first, this is second, this is third. Okay, so this is how it will be there for all the records. Okay, so generally this is called page layout. Okay, generally, like if you compare with real time, okay, real world layout means some area. So this is some area, which area? Page area only, record area. Okay, so generally we can call it as a page layout for this page layouts. Okay, okay, cool. I'm not a real estate. Okay, so just explaining. Okay, now let me do one thing. See here nothing is there. So if any receptionist seeing this one, any business user, so by seeing this one, they don't like it. Really, they don't like it. So what they can do is they have a requirement like so they want to see all the money related things in one section, a separate section. Okay, like fees related things and some address details, phone numbers are displayed in a separate section. So those are all their requirements. Vivekananda Institute receptionist requirements are that one only. So that they can easily so go through this page wherever they want to go, right? They can go that one in that way. Okay, cool, right? So for that one, what we can do? No, we are employees when we need to resolve their requirements, right? So let's see here. Bank details and also discount percentage and some money related things I want to create in a separate section like that. Okay, that's what their requirement. Okay, so how to modify this layout, how to modify this record page layout? Okay, so if you go to quick access menu, here can you see edit layout? So by going this one, click on this one first. Okay, where are you? This is a separate page, right? So looks weird. Don't get afraid. Okay, don't be afraid. So this is the what student layout. Okay, cool. And this is a panel, right? So don't worry about the panel. I will explain. And this is a highlight panel. Forget about all the things and come to student detail or detail, whatever it may be. Okay. So this is what you are seeing, guys. From here to here, this is what you are seeing. Okay, and not the below ones and not the above ones. Leave it only that detail. Okay, from here to here, this is what you are saying. So this we need to change it. Okay, this we need to change it. Okay, cool, right? So this is the navigation. We came here and we have done, right? Let me do one thing. Is fees paid? Just move it to right side. Okay, just what I have done, like a drag and drop configurations only. So country, select it and drop it. That's it. Okay, now do save it. Simply save it. Don't do anything. Okay, can you see? We have moved is fees paid and country right side. For Subbu, it is displaying like that, right? Not only for Subbu, for all the records, it will be like that only. Create a new record and you can see over here. Okay, and for other existing records also you can see, click here and see. So for all the records it will be like that only. Okay, so simply you go over here, it's okay. This is a shortcut, but generally what is the correct navigation? So original navigation, go to setup. So what is this page? What for what object this page is displaying? A record page, student object. So you need to go to student object. So click on setup and search for student object and go it. Otherwise, if I already open student object, it will be available in recent items also. So go to student object detail page. So I'm showing different navigations, even though I have a shortcut. Okay, this is the student object detail page. Now, can you come? Can you see page layouts? Only one layout is there for now. Okay, who created? Me. So generally, who created this layout? Salesforce by default creates one page layout for one object. Okay, for one object, one page layout by default created by Salesforce. Okay, this is the object name, and generally they will give layout. And if you want to change the name of this one, you can change it, no problem. So generally from here we can go to that. So now edit it. Okay, cool. Even though if you edit it, you are taking to the previous screen. In shortcut, I have explained same way here also. Okay, and here what you need to know, you need to know about this thing. You need to change these things only. Okay, cool, right? So we will see one by one. We will understand the panel now. So come to the panel now. Left side you can see one box, and right side you can see some options. Okay, left side. Can you see? Left side I am changing, and right side values are changing. Did you observe? Right side means this one. See this panel when I am changing left side. Okay, cool. Good. Fields. Fields means you know, right? Custom fields and standard fields. So on this object, how many fields are there? All those fields will be displayed over here. If you click on the fields, right, all the fields which are created for this object are displaying over here. These are all the fields only. Okay, good. So let me go to. So why these are all disabled? These are all disabled right now because these fields are already added to the page layout. So that is the reason these are all disabled. Okay, let's click on country. If it is a big layout, let's click on country. So can you see country is here? It is highlighting in some yellowish kind of color, right? See here. Can you see? Here it is highlighting. Suppose in real time hundreds of fields are there, and if you want to modify the page layout, and you see here, it will take some time to check one by one field where it is there, where it is there. but Salesforce has given an option called just click on the field and it will show you and with a highlighted color. Okay, like that. I'm just clicking on here and it is highlighting here. Observe it like that for all the fields. Simply it will take you to that place. Okay, this is how you can easily identify the field. Okay, now so all fields are added, right? So first I want to move few of the fields to right side. How to move? I told you, right? Drag and drop. Simply select it, drop it, select it, drop it. That's it. Okay, that's it. And next, if you quick save it, what will happen? Let's see here. Nothing is happened, right? But it is saved. So these changes are saved in the database, but the page is not moved to another page. So you are in the same page only. That is called quick save. Quick save means changes are saved, but page will not be moved to other pages simply. Okay, you are on the same page only. Okay, that is called a quick save. Suppose if you click on the save button, what will happen? Changes will be saved to the database, but it will move to previous link from where you have opened this page layout. It will take you to that page. So save it, and from here only, okay, from here only you have opened the page layout. That is the reason it will take you to back to that this page only. Okay, now I have updated, right, changes. So let's go to student tab and open any one record and see here right side whatever changes I have done, all changes are updated over here. Okay, so first what we have done with the help of page layout, simply fields are arranged in so respected places. Next, left to right like that. And next, I want to create a separate section for money related things because our business users are asking that requirement. So generally in real time, what will happen, they will give you a screenshot, guys. They will give you a screenshot, and in that screenshot they will so tell, so this field is in this position, this field is in this position, like that. In that screenshot everything they will mention it. So based on the screenshot we will work and we will arrange this one. You don't bother about those things. They will give a screenshot image. In that image they will take the image, okay, required image, and they will share with us in real time, and you can just arrange the fields based on the images. Okay, and for few of the projects, so these are not needed. Why? Because these pages they don't see. They will see the custom pages, that means which are developed by code, right? So business users are going to use custom pages, developed pages by, I mean, if you implement these kind of pages with some design, okay, and that page only they are going to use. So for few of the objects they will use like that. Okay, so they may use this way, or they may use so our code development pages also. That is based on the requirements, based on the project only. So we can see, I mean, okay, cool, right? Let's go to page layout, right? Again edit it. Next, so what is the requirement? I want to create a separate section for money related things. Okay, let's go to the page layout and create a section. How to create a section? And fields, can you see section here? Everyone, section. So select the section, and wherever you want you can just drag and drop it. See here, if it is showing in a red color, can you see my mouse here, section in red color? That means you cannot add, you cannot create a section there. Okay, and if you want to create it, it will display in a green color. Can you see the green color? So drop wherever you want like that. Section name is what? Fees details. or detail page, edit page. Detail page means, you know, right, record detail page. Edit page means record edit page. And two columns. Okay, two columns. Now you can see fees detail section. So this is the section, right? Now what fields you want to add under this section? Fees related things. Is fees paid? Just drag and drop it. How much money paid and discount. Okay, cool. So now you can see three fields I have added under this section and I have removed over here, right? So fix it. Okay, and go to the tab, just refresh it. Can you see section? Fees detail section which I have created, and three fields I have added. Okay, so these are the three fields which are displaying under this section. And edit it. Okay, you can see here the section will be displayed like this, and readable mode only like this, I mean to say, and is fees paid. So by seeing this one, simply business users can go, okay, they can know, oh, fees things, how much they paid. So how could I add? Directly they go here, simply they can add their details, how much paid, all those kind of things. Okay, that's why they will give the requirements like that only. For their convenience, they can easily. So this is how you can create the section. And if you want to hide like that, hide it. Okay. Next, we can write it. We can create new sections with the help of page layouts. Okay, good. Next, I don't want this address field. I don't want this address field on this page. So they are asking, not me, receptionists, business users are asking. They don't want this address field. Okay, on this page. So what you can do? You need to go to page layout. Your option is always you need to go to page layout. What is this tab? Students tab. So page layout. As of now, I showed you two ways: setup, object, page layouts. Next, this way also I told edit layout also. Okay, third way. Can you see here edit layout? Okay, just to click on it. Same page only. So quickly they are giving different options for the navigation. Just you can utilize it if you want. Okay, so what they are asking, address they don't want on the page layout. So how to remove the address? See here, I'm just moving my mouse over here. Can you see here? This is called remove button, and this is some properties button. This is called remove button, right? So what we can do, click on this one. So can you see address is not there and it is moved to available section. This is called available fields section. Okay, it is not added. This meaning is what? Not added. So these are called disabled mode and this is available mode. Field is available. Okay, so one way is like that, and another way of removing the field. Let's check any educational details. This field also I want to remove it. Either you can click on this option or select this option and drag it, drop it simply. What I have done, see here. If you want to add it, right, select it simply. You can select it, drag it, drop it wherever you want, any place. Or if you don't want, select it, drag it, drop it on the panel. Drag and drop options. In demo class, I told, right? So configuration items contains maximum drag and drop kind of things like, right? So here it's one of the example for that. Okay. I have removed educational as well as address also. Now, again, if you want to quick save it, it will be on this page only. But if you save it, it will take you to the previous page. What is the previous page? Record detail page. From where you have opened this page layout, record detail page. So save it. So from here I have opened. I clicked on it. So again it will take back to this one. Okay. So address is gone away and also educational details also gone away. Simply edit. So you cannot see that two fields. Okay, on all the objects, on all the records. Sorry. Okay. So third option, what we can do? So we can remove or add fields to the layout. Three things we have done with the help of page layout. Next, suppose they have asked the requirement like, so like this we can create many number of sections, guys. Okay, we can create many number of sections. I showed you one section only, and if you want you can create many number of sections. And so they want a gap between the phone and the temporary address, a line gap they want. Okay, space between phone to temporary address, that is the requirement. Okay, in the screen which they have shared with us, so they showed us there is a gap between the phone number to temporary address. How to give the gap? So any layout changes, you need to go to layout only. So either you want to go like this, go it, or you want to go like this, go, or you want to go with setup and object, go, your wish. I'm going like this again. Okay, next. So what they are asking, the gap between the phone number to temporary address, how? So can you see here blank space and fields here, blank space is their option, right? Drag it and drop wherever you want, you can drop it. I have dropped it. Can you see the space between the phone number and temporary address? Blank space. Now save it. That's it, guys. How simple it is. That's it. Now can you see the gap between the phone number to temporary address? Is nothing but a space. Requirement is filled. We can provide space between two fields, bottom and top fields. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Edit it. So can you see how many required fields are there? Email address and student name. So these two are required fields. So how I made these two fields as a required? By default, name field is a required field. Remember that one. If you create any object, for that object, so one name field will be there. That is called standard field. And yesterday I have explained about the name field also. And you can change the label name of the name field, and that should be a required by default. And this field, any field, if I want to make it as a required, what I can do, I need to go to the field, and when you are creating the field, the required option is the right, you can make it. Suppose, okay, so bank details I want to make it as a required. Okay, bank details I want to make it as a required. How I can make it as a required? It is an existing field, not a new field. So how to go? This is the field on which object? Student object. So fields are available on the particular object only. So you need to go to first student object. So either go this one or use this one. And what is the field? So copy over here and search over here. So this is the field, right? So just open. This is the field detail page. This is called field detail page. Like for any object detail page, field detail page, or record detail page, simply I'm always using detail page. As just before the detail page, I'm adding a record. So record detail page. If it is object detail page. If it is a field detail page. So detail page is common in all aspects. Okay, here can you see required? So edit this one. Okay, make it as required and save it. Okay, I made it as required. So go over here, just refresh the record, and you can see here required. These are all existing records, right? If you don't save it, no problem. If you try to save it, then only error will be so displayed. You must enter it. And if you don't save it, okay. Whenever you want to change on this record, at that time you should enter a value of the bank details. Okay, it's okay. We already know about that one. Okay, now I have made. Okay, so if I try to save it, it will throw error because just now only I have made this field as a required. Okay, so but if you cancel it, no, okay, no problem. It's okay, no problem. It's like నిద్రపోతున్న సింహం లేకపోతే అంటారు కదా, లేపి మరీ కనిపించుకోవడం ఎందుకని. It's same thing only. And if you want to modify, okay, you need to add this one. If you don't want to modify, leave it. సో సింహాన్ని అలానే వదిలేసేయండి, నో ప్రాబ్లం, మిమ్మల్ని ఏం చేయదు అలా అనమాట. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ టచ్ ఇట్, ఇట్స్ ఓకే. Okay, so how I made as a required field like this, right? Yeah, simple guys. How many existing records are there? So many are there in real time. Here you are seeing only 4 or 5. In real time thousands are there. Okay, you made this field as a required just now. What you can do? So for all the records, if you want to update, right, just now I am showing Salesforce will not allow you to update because you need to enter bank details. So you enter something like, and then only you can save it. Until then Salesforce will not allow you to modify the record. Understand? If you want to modify any record, you need to fill it. But for all the existing records, okay, you don't get any errors because you are not going to modify right now. Whenever you want to modify the record, you need to fill the details. That's what I'm trying to say. Whenever you want to modify any record, you need to fill these details. That is the point. Okay, because that is a required one. Okay, this we know, leave it. I don't want to make this as a required, save it. Okay, now it is not a required field, so edit it. Now you can see bank details is not a required field. The red mark is go away, it's gone. Okay, cool. Next, so is there any other place to make this field as a required? So one place is field and another place is page layout. So you need to go to page layout. So edit layout, go to the page layout, and what is that field? Bank details, right? Yeah. So another shortcut. Okay, bank details, you don't know, so many hundreds of fields, right? Can you search it here, bank details? So it will be over here, right? Click on this one. So is it highlighting? Simply it is highlighting over here. Okay, bank details. So how can I make this field as a required, right? Here can you see properties, wrench mark, click on this one, just click on required. Okay, click on OK button, and if you want to save it, or click save it. Now can you see bank details is a required, red mark is there. Okay, that's how you can make any of the field as a required. So if you click on the new button, you can see bank details is a required. You need to fill the data, otherwise system will throw errors. Okay, red marks here, you must enter value, must enter value, must enter value, like that. Okay, so what is the use of another use of page layout? We can make fields as required. Okay, this is another way, second approach to make any field as a required. Now I want to know, go to page layout guys, edit layout. Okay, and question to you, how many fields are required? For this object, how could I know? How many fields are required for this object? How could I know? Simply one approach we know is, you need to go to that object. So go there, object detail page, and go to each field. Okay, go to each field, and here you need to check whether it is required or not. This is what we know, a standard approach. Okay, any field you can go there and check it. Okay, so like that. So it is, see here, bank details is a required field, not from here. I made it from the page layout. Remember that point. Okay. So like this, you can check all the fields which are required and you can note it. In real time, hundreds of fields are there. Is it possible? No, right? It is very difficult. It is possible, but it is difficult. So is there any shortcut? Is there? Yes, shortcut is there. You need to go to the page layout. So go to the page layout. Where is the page layout? Go to the page layout. Now I can show you what are the fields are required. Can you see? Red mark, star is there, right? Red. So on 3 fields, red mark is there. That means these 3 fields are required fields. Okay. Simply go to the page layout, see red mark, red star. So these are required fields. Okay. So here you can ask one question to me. So what is this blue star? Blue stars. What is this blue star? Blue dots. Okay. Did you observe one point? These 3 fields are required, but blue color is there, right? These two fields are made as a required on the field detail page. Understand? These 2 fields are required, but where you have made these fields as a required on the field detail page, and there is no blue star. That means this field made as a required within this page layout. If there is a blue star, that means this by default this field is a required. So how can I say email address? So go to the object, go to the fields. So where is email address? Can you see? Open this email address field. Can you see required? The blue star meaning is what? You know, blue dot meaning is the field made as required from here. Okay, that's how that symbol is telling. And the name also required. Okay, by default name is a required standard field. Okay, and this meaning is what? No blue dot. That means this field made as a required on the page layout. Simply. Okay, simple things we learned, right? Okay, cool. Now we have seen the difference between the two. Okay, next. So open any of this one. How many buttons you are seeing here? Edit button, delete button, clone button, share. Different buttons are there. Okay. Okay. Now I want to remove edit and delete buttons or whatever it may be. How to do it? So you need to go to that page layout. Where are you? On student tab. So you want to go to this page layout, right? Click on edit button, edit layout button or link. And here left side, can you see the second option called buttons? First option is fields and second option is button. Okay, and these are the buttons which are available, but you cannot see all the buttons right now. So click on the edit button. Can you see student detail? So these are all buttons, standard buttons which are given by Salesforce, and this is a separate box called custom buttons. So right now we have not created any buttons. So when we created a buttons, during that time I will explain. Now you can see edit, delete, clone, change. These are the buttons, right? And right now you cannot see all these buttons. It should have some kind of permissions and some kind of things. Okay, some other topics only you can see this one. Now what buttons you are seeing with your eyes, guys? Go to tab, open it, edit, delete, clone, sharing. See here, edit, delete, clone, and where is the sharing here? Okay, and these 3 buttons are hide right now. Good. Now I want to remove clone button. Just so select it, drop it simply. So here it is available and here it is gone away, right? Quick save it. Come to, so just refresh it. Right now clone is there. I am refreshing. Clone button is gone away. How simple it is. Okay, like that. Now I want to remove delete button also. Drag and drop only, just. But you need to go to button section only. Remember, left side button section only buttons will be available. And quick save it. And come over here. Refresh the page. That also. You can't delete records like that. Not only on this one, on any of the records. Any record, if you go edit, sharing. Clear? And if you remove this button also, and sharing this button also. Let's fix it. Come to this one. Now business users, right? Receptionist, no user can do nothing. They can't. Okay. So see here, they can inline edit it and save it, but because they have permissions, and they can't do anything with this one. They can't delete it. They can't so do other kind of things except this inline editing. Okay. That is a separate topic. At that time I will explain about this thing. So let's add all the buttons which are needed. Edit button, and see here, red mark means you can't add like this, green means you can add like this. Edit an order also, if you want to place anywhere you can place the order also, your wish. Clone and sharing wherever you want. Not only here, if you want to change the place you can change it over here also. Where is share? Oh, you can't change it. Order is taken. Oh, by default orders they are taking, it's okay. I try to change it. So by default order, SalesForce order following, it is taking like that. But for custom objects, we can change the orders. So now quick save it. Come to this one, refresh it. Now all buttons are enabled. So that's called button section. So these two sections are enough right now, guys. The remaining things going forward we will see. Fields, and in that field section you can do whatever you want. Section and the button section you can do. Suppose I want to create one more section called address details section like that. Okay, how to create? Here an option called section on the fields, right? So drag and drop where you want, here or here or here, your wish. Okay, and address details section, additional or address section. And I don't want two columns, I want only one column. So select one column. Okay. Okay. So where is that address section? Here. And you want to add address related things, add here over here. Address section over. And any address is there, educational details also there over here. Can you see? You can't add left and right. You can add only so in one place. So bottom, top, bottom, bottom, like that. One by one, like rows, you can add it. Okay. This is called one column. I told, right? So here, how many columns you have selected? Only one column. That is the reason the field is displaying fully. Okay. Let's quick save it. Now go over here, refresh. Can you see the third section called address section? And address section, only one field for this row, another field for this row. No other fields are available right side also, because I made it as a one section only. Okay. Okay. And I think that's all enough for the page layouts. Okay. For now. Going forward, we'll see if you want to add near future based on the topics. Till here, any questions, guys?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
ఈ పేజ్ లో అసైన్మెంట్ ఏంటో ఒకసారి చెప్తారా సార్?
అది నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్, వేరే టాపిక్ అయిన తర్వాత అది వస్తుంది. అది ఇప్పుడు
ఓకే.
ఓకే, ఇక్కడ సింపుల్ కదా పేజ్ లేఅవుట్. ఇస్ ఇట్ ఈజీ ఆర్ నాట్? టెల్ మీ. వెరీ ఈజీ, రైట్? నథింగ్ ఈజ్ దేర్. యూ నీడ్ టు గో టు పేజ్ లేఅవుట్. I showed you 3 possible options. Wherever you want, you can go. It's like if you want to go to Hyderabad place, you can go via flight. You can go via bus also, like that. Yeah. Somebody are asking question.
స్టూడెంట్ నేమ్ ఉన్న ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ బ్లూ డాట్ లో ఎందుకు వచ్చిందో సార్ మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చెప్తారా సార్?
ఆ రెండు ఫీల్డ్స్ ఎందుకు, ఆ ఫీల్డ్స్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి? ఆబ్జెక్ట్ మీద రిక్వైర్డ్ చేశారు ఆ ఫీల్డ్స్ మీద, అందుకని మీకు అక్కడ బ్లూ వచ్చింది. ఇక్కడ నేను చూపించా కదా ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ ఫీల్డ్, స్టూడెంట్ నేమ్ బై డిఫాల్ట్ నేమ్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇస్ రిక్వైర్డ్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో అదే ఫీల్డ్ మీద రిక్వైర్డ్ ఉంటే లేఅవుట్ లో మీకు బ్లూ డాట్ కనబడుతుంది. ఒక ఫీల్డ్ మీరు ఓన్లీ లేఅవుట్ లోనే రిక్వైర్డ్ చేస్తే బ్లూ డాట్ కనబడదు. అర్థమైందా? ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ ఎక్కడ మీరు రిక్వైర్డ్ చేశారు, ఎక్కడ చేశారు? ఫీల్డ్ ఇమేజ్ చేశారు, ఇక్కడ చేశారు, అందుకని మీకు ఇక్కడ రిక్వైర్డ్ వచ్చింది, బ్లూ డాట్ వచ్చింది. బట్ బ్యాంక్ డీటెయిల్స్ మీరు రిక్వైర్డ్ ఎక్కడ చేశారు? పేజ్ లేఅవుట్ మీద. అర్థమైందా? 2 places లో రిక్వైర్డ్ చేయొచ్చు ఒక ఫీల్డ్ ని. ఒకటి ఫీల్డ్ మీద చేయొచ్చు, 2 పేజ్ లేఅవుట్ మీద చేయొచ్చు. పేజ్ లేఅవుట్ మీద చేస్తేనేమో బ్లూ డాట్ రాదు, ఫీల్డ్ మీద చేస్తేనేమో బ్లూ డాట్స్ వస్తుంది. అంతే, సింపుల్. ఎనీ అదర్ క్వశ్చన్స్? So I think some guys joined newly today, or I'm not sure, right?
This conference will now be recorded.
Does it make any difference where we make it as a record? Yes, there is a difference. Okay, if you make any field as a required on the field, right, it will impact on all the business users. Okay, but if you made any field on the page layout, and it will impact only on those business users who are using so this page layout. In going forward, we will create different page layouts, and we can display different pages for different business users. For Russian the receptionist, we can display different page. For Indian business receptionist, we can display different page. Okay, whoever using so this page layout, right, so they can, for them only it is required, for others it is not required. So that is the difference between the page layout required and field required. So going forward you will see. Get it? Yeah.